Every woman has within her the potential to shine brightly, to carry herself with dignity, and to leave a positive impact on everyone around her. But what sets apart a woman who is truly high value and wise is not her wealth, her appearance, or her social status. It is the habits she nurtures every day, habits that shape her character and guide her soul. The first habit of a high-value woman is mindfulness of her time. She understands that time is one of the greatest blessings Allah has given her, and she does not waste it in meaningless distractions. She uses her hours to seek knowledge, to grow spiritually, and to improve herself. She prays on time, reads the Quran, and reflects on her actions, knowing that every moment is an opportunity to earn reward and to become a better version of herself. By valuing her time, she shows respect for herself, for others, and for the life Allah has entrusted to her. Secondly, she surrounds herself with positivity. A high-value woman chooses her circle carefully, understanding that the people she keeps close influence her mindset, her decisions, and her character. She seeks friends who inspire her to be better, who remind her of Allah, and who uplift her in times of weakness. At the same time, she distances herself from negativity, gossip, envy, and toxic behaviors, because she knows these will only pull her away from her purpose and peace. The third habit is self-discipline. She takes responsibility for her actions, controls her desires, and does not let emotions dictate her decisions. She maintains her dignity even in difficult situations, and she handles challenges with patience and wisdom. Whether it is managing her family, her studies, or her career, she approaches life with intentionality, knowing that discipline is the bridge between dreams and achievements. Fourth, she invests in self-growth. She never stops learning. Through books, through reflection, and through the guidance of the Quran and Sunnah, she works on her mind, her heart, and her character. She recognizes that beauty fades, wealth can be lost, and circumstances can change, but knowledge, wisdom, and good character remain eternal treasures. Her growth makes her confident, independent, and respected by everyone around her. Finally, she nurtures gratitude and humility. She recognizes that everything she has is a blessing from Allah, and she never becomes arrogant or entitled. She is thankful in times of ease and patient in times of hardship, always trusting in Allah's plan. Her humility attracts respect, her gratitude brings peace, and her sincerity touches the hearts of those who know her. By cultivating these habits, a woman does more than just elevate her own life. She inspires her family, her community, and even strangers around her. She becomes a reflection of wisdom, strength, and faith, proving that being high value is not about what the world sees, but about the character she builds, the actions she takes, and the heart she nurtures. Every woman has the power to embody these habits and to shine with the light that Allah intended for her. A high-value woman understands that time is one of the greatest blessings Allah has granted her, and she treats it with care, respect, and intention. She knows that every hour, every minute, and every second is an opportunity to grow, to earn reward, and to move closer to her purpose in life. She does not allow herself to drift aimlessly, distracted by trivial matters, social media, or the endless busyness that often fills the lives of others. Instead, she prioritizes what truly matters: her faith, her character, her family, and her personal development. Each day is seen as a gift, a chance to invest in herself spiritually, mentally, and emotionally, knowing that time once lost can never be recovered. She begins her day with purposeful actions, starting with prayers, seeking the blessings of Allah, and asking for guidance to make the most of her day. She dedicates time to reading the Quran, reflecting on its meanings, and allowing its teachings to shape her mindset and behavior. She understands that spiritual nourishment is as important as physical well-being, and she carves out moments for both, ensuring that her heart and soul remain connected to Allah amidst the demands of daily life. A high-value woman also approaches her responsibilities with intentionality. She manages her household, her work, her studies, and her personal goals efficiently, ensuring that her energy is focused on tasks that align with her values and aspirations. She avoids procrastination, knowing that delaying good deeds or neglecting important duties diminishes her potential, even in small moments, such as choosing how to spend free time. She opts for activities that bring benefit, knowledge, or positivity, rather than fleeting entertainment that leaves no lasting impact. Furthermore, she reflects regularly on how she spends her time, assessing what has been productive and what has not. She learns from past experiences, adapts her routines, and continuously seeks ways to optimize her daily life. By doing so, she not only becomes more effective in achieving her goals, but also sets a powerful example for others, demonstrating that a life lived with purpose is far more fulfilling than one left to chance. Ultimately, mindfulness of time transforms her into someone who is disciplined, focused, and spiritually aware. She recognizes that her limited hours in this world are entrusted to her by Allah, and she approaches each day with gratitude, dedication, and a determination to make every moment meaningful. This habit of valuing time is the foundation upon which her strength, wisdom, and high-value character are built, allowing her to flourish in all aspects of life. A high-value woman recognizes the profound influence that the people around her have on her mindset, choices, and overall character. She understands that her environment can either uplift her or pull her away from the path of growth and faith. This awareness leads her to carefully select the company she keeps, surrounding herself with individuals who inspire her, encourage her, and remind her of her purpose. She chooses friends and companions who speak positively, act with integrity, and seek to better themselves, understanding that the right circle of people can elevate her own thoughts, actions, and aspirations. She also recognizes the subtle dangers of negativity. Gossip, envy, excessive criticism, and toxic behavior can infiltrate her life, slowly eroding her confidence, peace, and focus. Rather than engaging in or tolerating such influences, she consciously distances herself from situations and people that lead to conflict, distraction, or spiritual weakness. This is not arrogance or isolation. It is a deliberate choice to protect her heart, her energy, and her growth. She knows that a life surrounded by negativity cannot flourish, and that the company she keeps plays a crucial role in shaping her character and her success in both this world and the hereafter. At the same time, she actively seeks relationships that bring positivity and mutual growth. She invests time in nurturing meaningful friendships and family bonds, offering support, encouragement, and empathy to those around her. Her interactions are guided by kindness, sincerity, and respect, creating an atmosphere where everyone feels valued and inspired. She also surrounds herself with people who remind her of Allah, who encourage her in acts of worship, and who help her maintain focus on what truly matters in life. By cultivating a positive circle, she not only benefits herself, but also uplifts her surroundings. Her presence becomes a source of calm, encouragement, and wisdom, and she inspires others to reflect on their own habits, choices, and values. She understands that influence flows both ways. And by carefully choosing the company she keeps, she protects her heart, strengthens her character, and nurtures the qualities that make her a high-value, intelligent, and spiritually aware woman. This habit of surrounding herself with positivity becomes a cornerstone of her life, ensuring that she continues to grow, thrive, and leave a lasting impact on everyone she meets. A high-value woman understands the power of self-discipline and the way it shapes every aspect of her life. She knows that true strength does not come from fleeting emotions, impulsive decisions, or external validation. It comes from the ability to control oneself, to remain patient in trials, and to act with wisdom and intention. She approaches her responsibilities with a sense of purpose, recognizing that every action has consequences, and she does not allow momentary desires or distractions to dictate her path. Whether it is in her personal life, her family, or her work, she exercises self-control, knowing that discipline is the bridge between her goals and her achievements. She practices patience in the face of challenges, understanding that trials are a test from Allah and an opportunity to grow in character. When faced with difficulties, she does not react hastily or with frustration. Instead, she reflects praise and responds in a way that aligns with her values. She maintains her dignity even in situations where others may act carelessly or harshly, demonstrating a calm strength that inspires respect. Her ability to remain composed and thoughtful in every circumstance allows her to navigate life's ups and downs with grace and resilience, setting her apart as a woman of high value and wisdom. Self-discipline also extends to her desires and habits. She makes conscious choices about how she spends her time, what she consumes in terms of knowledge, and the behaviors she allows to define her character. She resists temptations that could harm her spiritual or personal growth, knowing that momentary indulgence can have long-term consequences. She embraces routines and practices that enhance her mental, emotional, and spiritual well-being, such as regular prayer, reading the Quran, and reflection. These habits strengthen her inner self and give her the clarity and focus to make sound decisions. Furthermore, she recognizes that self-discipline is not about restriction or rigidity. It is about freedom, the freedom to act intentionally, to pursue meaningful goals, and to live in alignment with her values. By mastering her impulses, she gains control over her life, her relationships, and her destiny, becoming a role model for others. Through self-discipline, she cultivates patience, perseverance, and integrity, which are the hallmarks of a woman who is both intelligent and high value, someone whose character shines brightly and whose presence leaves a lasting positive impact on everyone around her. A high-value woman understands the importance of continuous self-growth and never settles for stagnation. She recognizes that knowledge and personal development are lifelong journeys, and she actively seeks ways to improve her mind, her heart, and her character. She invests in learning not merely for worldly success, but to become a better, wiser, and more balanced individual who can contribute positively to her family, her community, and out of faith. Whether it is through reading, reflecting on the Quran, attending beneficial lectures, or learning new skills, she is committed to expanding her understanding and sharpening her intellect. She knows that knowledge is a treasure that cannot be taken away, and that wisdom allows her to navigate life with clarity and purpose. She does not compare herself to others or seek approval from people. but rather measures her growth against her own potential and the values that Allah has placed within her. By constantly striving to better herself, she develops confidence, independence, and insight, which empower her to make thoughtful decisions and handle challenges effectively. Self-growth also includes refining her character. She works on her manners, her patience, her empathy, and her ability to communicate with respect and kindness. She recognizes that external beauty and material wealth are temporary, but strong character, good conduct, and moral integrity are everlasting qualities that define her true worth. She models humility, generosity, and ethical behavior, understanding that these traits leave a lasting impression and earn her respect from others. Spiritual growth is another vital component of her self-improvement. She dedicates time to prayer, remembrance of Allah, and reflection on her actions, constantly seeking to align herself with divine guidance. She views mistakes as opportunities to learn, repent, and strengthen her faith rather than reasons for despair. Through this approach, she builds resilience, patience, and inner peace, which allow her to navigate life's uncertainties with confidence and grace. By committing to lifelong learning and self-development, she not only enhances her own life, but also becomes an inspiring example for others. Her growth radiates in her interactions, her work, and her community, showing that a woman's true value lies in her dedication to personal excellence, her pursuit of knowledge, and her commitment to becoming the best version of herself. Continuous self-growth equips her with the wisdom, strength, and faith to thrive in every circumstance, making her truly high value and remarkable in every sense. A high-value woman cultivates gratitude and humility as central habits in her life, understanding that true strength and wisdom are rooted in recognizing the blessings of Allah and maintaining a humble heart. She knows that every talent, every opportunity, every comfort she enjoys is a gift from her Creator, and she never takes these blessings for granted. Her gratitude is reflected in her words, her actions, and her outlook on life. She does not complain unnecessarily, nor does she envy what others have. Instead, she focuses on what she possesses and seeks to make the most of it, while striving for self-improvement. By acknowledging Allah's countless favors, she nurtures contentment in her heart, which brings her inner peace and satisfaction that material wealth alone cannot provide. Humility is another defining trait of her character. She does not boast about her achievements or belittle others to elevate herself. She understands that any success she attains is by the will of Allah, and that arrogance only distances a person from divine favor. Her humility allows her to connect with people sincerely, to learn from others, and to seek guidance when needed without fear of judgment. This quality makes her approachable, respected, and admired by those around her because she radiates authenticity and self-awareness rather than pride or superiority. Even in moments of hardship or struggle, she maintains her gratitude and humility. She recognizes that challenges are part of life and are often tests from Allah to refine her character, increase her patience, and strengthen her faith. She does not lose hope or become bitter when faced with difficulties. Instead, she trusts that every trial carries wisdom and potential for growth. Her reliance on Allah, combined with her attitude of gratitude, allows her to navigate life's ups and downs with resilience, balance, and optimism. By embracing gratitude and humility, she transforms not only her own heart, but also the atmosphere around her. Her presence inspires positivity, kindness, and respect in her relationships, and she becomes a source of comfort and motivation for others. She demonstrates that being high value is not about external appearances, power, or recognition. It is about the depth of one's character, the sincerity of one's faith, and the ability to live with grace, thankfulness, and modesty. These qualities elevate her in the eyes of both Allah and those who witness her character, making her truly remarkable, wise, and impactful in every sphere of life. A high-value woman understands that her actions, habits, and character extend far beyond her personal life. They have the power to inspire and influence everyone around her. She realizes that being a role model is not about seeking attention or recognition, but about living with integrity, faith, and wisdom in a way that naturally encourages others to reflect and improve. Her presence alone can motivate her family, friends, and community to adopt better habits, strengthen their character, and seek a closer connection with Allah. She leads by example, knowing that the most powerful lessons are often taught through action rather than words. She invests in her relationships with intention and care. In her family, she fosters love, respect, and guidance, teaching by her own behavior the importance of patience, humility, and faith. In her friendships, she uplifts, encourages, and supports others, helping them navigate challenges while also reminding them of the value of character and morality. Even in casual interactions, her wisdom, composure,